is up, everybody? We're back again. Surprise, surprise. We actually made it for a second one. Um, yeah, kind of impressive. How was you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing
I'm
well. How
doing.
are you?
Good, good.
I'm also doing okay.
I think-
Chilling.
well, that's good. That's good. You guys
Yep.
been up to anything crazy before we jump right into this?
No,
No?
same old.
Same old, same old.
I went.
Okay.
I went to Atlantic City for the first time. If anyone plans a vacation to go to Atlantic City, save your money and just skip the whole. Don't even go to New Jersey. Just go somewhere else, bro.
I heard
That's my
I,
take on it,
I heard the boardwalk is so overrated now.
dude. It's Atlantic City is just not it, bro. It's not it. Nothing about it. The buffets there are. There's two buffets left in Atlantic City. $44 a person. Who is paying that?
Ooh,
Like that's crazy for just a regular buffet. Like get out of here. Come on.
jeez, that's
Yeah.
insane. But
Yeah.
but if Atlantic City Casinos wanted to sponsor the Playhouse podcast, we will definitely speak a lot higher of it. Matt will completely change his tune on
I did.
Atlantic
I
City.
did stay at the Golden Nugget. I will say. I did. I didn't mind the Golden Nugget. It was a pretty nice hotel and casino. But the whole vibe of AC was just. I'm a skip. You know what I mean? One is enough for me.
Okay, all right, good to know. I mean, I wasn't planning on doing Atlantic City any other time. I mean, I know you said you stopped at in New Jersey at the Dream
American
Mall.
Dream Mall. Yeah, that
Yes,
was a. Oh my God, that mall is massive,
I
dude.
it's
There is.
insane. I've been there. That's insane. It's insane.
Whew. I mean, you could
It's got two
you
theme
could
parks
spend
in
a
it.
whole day in there and not even explore the whole mall. Honestly.
It's got two theme parks in it, and it's got a Toys R Us.
Yeah, and it's got a indoor skiing slope
Yeah,
too.
indoor ski slope. Yeah,
It's
it's
insane.
insane. And there's
That
one
mall
of the
yeah.
restaurants over, maybe it's more than one, but I know the restaurant that I ate at overlooks the ski slope, and you could watch the
Yeah.
people skiing.
Yep. It's a nice mall. It's definitely if you get it's right across from MetLife Stadium too, which is crazy because I went there and the World Cup was happening, so I saw a bunch of Norway fans. But if you go there and you go to MetLife, say you go there at all, and you go to MetLife for a game or whatever, definitely stop at the mall. That mall is a very unique, second biggest mall in America. There's 4 different food courts. That's how big
Yep,
the mall is. It's 3 million square feet. It's
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 insane.
definitely it's a must see. It's a must see
Yeah,
if you're near the area.
I stopped there. The wife and I stopped there when we went to watch the Supercross at MetLife, and we stayed over. We're like, oh, let's go check it out. Let's see how cool it really is. And we like walked around like, holy shit, this is a large mall.
Yep, it's something. I'd go back. Like I said, you have to spend a whole day there. It's gonna
Yeah,
take a whole day to check it out.
no, I agree. It's there's a lot going on. I mean, just like I said, we want to go back and just take the kids to the theme parks and just check them all out. But that's on the to-do list for us too.
Yes, sir.
But all right, well let's jump into some video games and movies and TV shows and all that fun stuff that we like to talk about on here. We're gonna jump right into what I think is kind of comical. I actually you can call me Professor Donnie with this one because I put a little PowerPoint presentation together for this one. As
Well,
you'll here you go. Here's your PowerPoint.
this is
So
beautiful.
let me go. Oh, it probably should be at the top, huh? Oh, we're skipping around here. Oh, there we go. Xbox apparently is changing its how it's going about doing things going forward. I don't know if you guys had seen this. I know Corey, you had a little bit because I had sent you something about what Matt Booty had said about Halo or Halo. It's actually Halo, Elder Scrolls, and ooh, was it Fallout? I think it was Fallout. Um, that's going to be like their main focus of Microsoft and Xbox going forward is pumping money into those franchises to get the games better and have more of a watchful eye over that so there's not so much time in between them and there's no waste going in because I guess they've noticed there's a lot of waste it sounds like going into those studios. So but there's other changes going too. Have you guys seen anything about this?
I've just seen the stuff that you sent me, and I mean, it makes sense, right? We were just talking about last podcast. There's 8 games for every sub niche of video game that could possibly be out there for every single genre. So I don't think I think it's actually like it kind of sucks in a way because people are probably gonna lose jobs and do whatever, but for the actual gaming and just getting good games, like stick to the universes that that people love, they're proven, and give me more game. If you're gonna make as at the same amount of games, make a bunch of niches within your lane. Like give me a game where I'm fighting the flood as a marine in Halo. Give me
Uh,
like stick to the universes that you have and build on those, and those are your cash cows. Those are what got you to this point where we have all these honestly garbage games. There's just so
yeah,
many
Yeah.
games that like no one
yeah,
ever plays.
Correct.
and
And
like you said, people are going to buy those games. You put quality out there. People have been asking for a horror flood game since Halo 1. Like people want that, like a game where you are a marine fighting the flood, where you're not a super soldier. Like that's something people have been like. Give it to them.
and that's just
Like
one idea. There's
that's
so
one
many
idea.
other
I mean,
you could get
y-
into naval battle. You could have a game for people like a flying game or whatever. You could have like a
yes,
naval battle or an RTS game of frigates that are battling the Covenant, and you could apply all of these genres that have come
to
out
the
of
franchises
nowhere
that you have.
to the IPs that made them.
Yes, I couldn't agree more with that. And don't get me wrong, yeah, have a game come out like try something new, but stop drifting so far away from your cash cows, I guess is the best way to put it. I did find it a little, and Matt, I know you haven't said anything, so I want to hear what you think too. I did find it a little weird though that they didn't mention Doom or Gears of War as their top three priority. Like, why is it not a top five? Because Doom sells like hotcakes still too, and Gears of War is also like it. I don't think it's as much of a moneymaker as obviously Halo is synonymous there, and Elder Scrolls is synonymous with across the board for all gaming consoles. I mean, freaking Skyrim's been released on everything, including refrigerators at this point. So, I mean, but I thought it was kind of weird that Gears didn't get a mention or Doom because they're also pretty big IPs with that.
I feel like those IPs are big. I think you are correct in that, but I think the IPs themselves are more of like a cult following, so to speak, like a cohort of people that are going to stick to just that IP, if you know what I mean, and not like play a bunch of other stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
Gears fans are like gearheads, you know what I mean? They want to play Gears, and Doom is, I feel like, kind of the same thing. But I feel like, Halo as an IP, a lot of people could just pick up and put down and pick up and put down and pick up and put down. It can be more
yeah,
casual friendly.
and the universe is so expanded upon, as Core's hinting at and saying, like you could literally pretty much hit every sci-fi type of genre game you could imagine with the Halo IP.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you definitely could.
And people are always gonna yearn for the freaking RPG. So the Fallout's and the Skyrims, like the Elder Scrolls, they're gonna be people want those. That's like that's not going away anytime soon.
I think the RPG thing is also for me personally, when I buy a game, if I play a game and say the story mode is 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours, right? I'm like, wow, I paid $60 for that game. I played 10 hours of it, and that's it. Like an RPG, at least like you can get your money's worth. You can play 100 hours, 200 hours. I know one of our buddies, Keith, has probably, I don't know, 2,000 hours in Fallout or something
Yeah,
like that.
and
You
just
know what I
one of
mean?
the
Like the
Fallout
art.
games. I mean, that's multiple games he probably has that in.
Exactly. I think that's also why RPGs probably would outsell most single player games nowadays. You get time and you get value out of them compared to a straight shot point A. You start at point A, you end at point B. But the journey's fun, but still like a 10, 12 hour game.
And
I think we're moving away from that.
and I feel like RPG wise, like obviously there's a lot of RPGs out there, but for some reasons, like the Elder Scrolls and specifically Fallout, is got a larger audience for RPGs in general. Like, if you take in like consideration, like I'm just gonna use Holly as an example. Holly loves Fallout, but I wouldn't consider her she's more of a Switch gamer. So like there's more people that are going to be invested in those games too. I think it's smart to do it. I was just shocked that Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Halo were I mean, I'm not shocked that they were like obviously, yeah, focused on that. I was personally, and I with Gears and do like specifically Doom. I think Doom is. I wouldn't say it's niche. I mean, it's been around forever, and a lot of people play Doom. I mean, Doom, especially with the reboots, those sold a lot of freaking copies, and a lot of people played it on Game Pass.
I just think the problem is what I said. I think Doom is one of those games that people do love the franchise of Doom, but they're just gonna pick up the new Doom. They're gonna play through it one time, and then they're gonna be done with it. There's no multiplayer, and there's nothing after
Well,
the
they do have
quote unquote
multiplayers in the
end
new
game.
ones.
Well, yeah, but okay. But how many people are really playing multiplayer Doom? I feel like not
I
a
don't know.
ton.
I would have
It's a
thought
it's
it's
a
got that, like yeah, it's got, like, that old school vibe to it, so there's gotta be people for that too.
I feel like that's one of those matchmaking things where you load in and it's like, me and B Dog would play rematch, and every game you load in, you're like, oh, I know that guy's name. Oh, I know that guy's name. Oh, we play
Yeah.
with the same people
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So, I mean, so let's get into my little, slideshow here, Professor Donnie here came
The
up with. Oh,
hold on before you go on. The
yeah.
newest Doom had multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure the newest Doom
Let
multiplayer.
me let me Google it. I'll Google it real
I'm
quick.
pretty sure I know Doom 2000 what, 18 or 16, whatever the hell when they first redid it, it had multiplayer, and I'm pretty sure the newest Doom did too. Doom what, Eternal was the newest one, right? Yeah.
So it says Doom: The Dark Ages will not
Dark
have a
Ages.
multiplayer mode.
Oh, it didn't have a okay, I apologize. I apologize. I thought it did.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
remember
what was
seeing
Did
that
Doom
option.
Eternal?
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm pretty. I'm willing. I could have sworn it did. It makes sense because Doom. You know what? Because Dark Ages
Yes.
wasn't a full $60 game, right? It was kind of like an expansion pack off of Eternal.
I don't know. I
It's,
got it on Game Pass.
Damn right.
we love Game Pass. Oh, I want to speak about Game Pass in a little bit,
Well,
but
we're going to talk about Game Pass in this, so
right.
let's hold on to your Game Pass thoughts for this.
I will.
So
It says yes, Doom Eternal features an asymmetrical 2v1 multiplayer mode called Battle Mode. In this mode,
That
one
sounds
player takes
terrible.
the role of fully armored Doom Slayer and fights against two player controlled demons.
okay,
So it's a
okay.
2v1.
So
Just
you can't
that
play
doesn't.
with more than one friend ever?
Yeah, you get 3 people total in a lobby. It's crazy. It's a 2v1. Yeah,
That's
Um,
weird.
that's like back in old school Mario.
So these games that I'm going to be showing on here are supposedly the ones that are going to be cutting after the fiscal year, which is July 1st. This is the rumor, the big rumor, but a lot of people have confirmed this is true. I guess memos have been brought, like internal memos have like kind of leaked. So the first one, which I'm kind of shocked at because these games seem like they also get a lot of hype and get people playing them. I couldn't get into them, the Hellblade games, like Senua's Sacrifice, but
I played the
I
first one.
I heard people really enjoyed them, and they're, like,
Yeah, it's
really
cool.
and the crazy thing about it is that the Games Fest, Xbox showed the next game, but it sounds like Xbox showed the next game because they're trying to instead of shutting Ninja Theory completely down, because Ninja Theory's done a lot of games over the years, they're trying to get them a chance to either, A, buy their own freedom, kinda like Bungie did for Microsoft after Halo, Reach, and or have another studio acquire them from them so they don't have to completely shut them down. So it sounds like that was part of their pitch for them on this. But I mean, this was the one out of all the ones that I'm going to mention. I'm the biggest shock that they would, especially after the announcement. But I mean, I guess if that was it was like kind of like a sales pitch for them. But like they were like Ninja Theory was a big acquisition. It was 2019, I think they got them. So they only held on to them for a little while. And now they're already trying to shut them down, which is a little weird to me. But I don't know. That do you
The only
guys
thing they make is Senua.
Senua, as of right now, before that, I'm trying to think what they used to make. I only took these ones out of there. I can't remember what the other, the older games that, I can pull it up on Google real quick. What
It's not a big deal. I was
game
just curious.
did Ninja
I mean, it is weird that
Theory?
they would announce them and then close them like a week later. But like you said, if it
Well,
was a
yeah,
sales pitch, I guess that makes sense. See if people get interested in the game to keep them around.
Oh, Devil May Cry.
yeah, Devil May Cry 2013, the Hellblade games, Bleeding Edge, obviously the Senua that they just announced. And Enslaved Odyssey to the West, that was 2010. Heavenly Sword, which I know that was a pretty big game back in the day. That was a PlayStation 3 game. And then Kung Fu Chaos. I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never played it. But I don't
Sounds
know.
like a
I feel like they always promote. The other thing is they always promote them in all of their shows, so it's kind of weird to me that they would they would be on the chopping block. Like this is the only one I'm like, really? Are they sure about this? But I mean,
Maybe they
through
got a
the
lot of bloat in the company or something, and they'll just take the people they want from the company and bring them into Halo Studios or something.
well,
Yeah.
there's rumors that they're gonna do that with which I don't actually have in my slideshow with part of like ZeniMax and like Bethesda, like part of their like they're gonna get rid of some of the bloat there, and they're gonna be like helping with creating like Halo games and like assisting with that. So the next one is Double Fine, and this is like a fan favorite. Like this is like a feel good like
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts 2. Yeah, like they made them, but apparently they are very out of negotiating their future from my research of either a buying them investors to help move them forward. Um, But again, I feel like they had full creativity when they were under the Microsoft umbrella because when they were purchased, like all of these companies over the last 10 years have been purchased by them. Phil Spencer and them just said, "Hey, make whatever you want. We'll put you on Game Pass. It'll make it up in the end." You don't have that freedom anymore. And I think that's the reason why a lot of these four that I'm going to be mentioning are all on here because they they did that, but like at the same time, like you also gotta in the back of your mind if you're running a company or running a part of a business, like I should still make something that people are gonna want to buy, not just something that, oh, this could be fun for a small group of people, and I'm a multi-million-dollar cost to this company. Like, I don't know. Or and if you're gonna be if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna make these like niche games, pump the niche games out. Don't do it every 6 years. You know what I mean?
I I know 100% what you mean, but I think the thing is, like, if you have a big company, I don't know, AAA games cost what, $100 million to make now, so
Easy.
you're not gonna have as much. Back in the day, I feel like you could pump out games for way cheaper. You know what I mean? You can make good games for way cheaper. I feel like the financial freedom of like making a game that you don't know if it's gonna do good, you don't know if it's gonna do bad. Obviously, some people will like it, some people won't. But you're not gonna risk $100 million on every game multiple times a year
I'm not,
to
yeah, but
try
I'm not
to.
even saying multiple times a year. And the thing, like Psychonauts and Psychonauts like 2 specifically, like they're not
Yeah,
stunning, groundbreaking games though. You know what I mean? Like okay, you want to tell me Hellblade 2, they're gonna take you 4 years to make? I get it. Those games look freaking like beautiful. They look like great. Like the visual effects are phenomenal. The motion capture is great. But Psychonauts 2, I mean, come on. Like people pump a lot smaller companies pump stuff like that out all the time.
that's the
Like
thing though. Is it's either gonna be a big corporation game that puts out a good game, or it's gonna be what it feels like now is going to be an indie game, which is a small studio. I don't feel like big corporations are gonna make smaller games anymore. It's just gonna they're
I
just gonna
think that's
pump a
what, yeah,
ton of money into one project.
and I think that's what Microsoft is realizing right now. I think that's why these things are on here. But like I'm saying, like whether if my boss came into work and told me, "Hey, take your time and enjoy what you're doing at work," I'd be like, "No, no, no, I'm still gonna do my job to the best I can because when they eventually change their mind and realize this isn't working, they're gonna cut the people who took their time and didn't pump out the work. They're not like, and that's what's happening. So like compulsion games. They're like, how are they gonna
Can I ask
cut
a
this
question real
game?
quick?
Absolutely.
What are the like the 7.6, the 6.2, the
Those are the ratings
8.7?
that they got on like Metacritic.
Oh, okay.
So South of Midnight was the game that was nominated for all those awards and stuff. I couldn't even get myself to play this game. I didn't think it was that good, so people are like really upset that they're cutting this studio. But like, We Happy Few and South of Midnight, they didn't do it for me. This is a company that again, when they were purchased, they took the let's make really niche, like kind of wacky games, or not wacky from this case of South of Midnight, or that was like a southern folklore type of game. Like let's do this and like make super niche games on high budgets, and oh now we're getting cut. Like that's what happens. It's hard, and I know people are gonna really not like this take, especially for compulsion games, but like you had to see this coming at some point, especially with the way that the economy and the market's going. Like you making niche games, they're okay, but they're not selling super high. Like yeah, had to see it coming. That's the best I
You
can
just
say for that.
You got to leave the niche games to the smaller
Uh-huh.
corporations that
Or
have their
pump them
heart
out.
into it. You know that niche game that a small corporation that has their heart in it, they're 100% invested, and it costs them, let's say, I don't know, $50,000 to $100,000 to make, but everyone they have 2 or 3 people, and they're pumped, and that they bleed that game, and they want it to be the best game ever, is going to be way better than even say $20 million niche game that a corporation's like, yeah, let's slap it together and see if people like it.
Yeah.
It's it's just tough to waste that much money and that much resources when you have bigger IPs to fry. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying you're gonna go into a different. We're gonna split into different avenues here. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I said that's probably going to be the controversial take if anybody listening thinks about it. Like, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with the statement, especially on because there's a lot of people like, oh my God, they're an award-winning studio and or award-nominated studio. Like, but like again, the game didn't sell well. Like at the end of the day, it
Yeah,
It's
you're
about
chasing.
ROI.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. You're chasing an award here, not chasing the dollar sign. At the end of the day, you're working for the one of the biggest companies on the planet, and
I mean,
they want a return on their investment.
one of my favorite games of all time was Kingdoms of Amalur: The Reckoning. And you know what happened to that studio? I
Oh
mean, they
yeah,
made that game, they went under, but
yeah,
like
right in Rhode Island.
that's that's the thing. They made a niche game. It was a little bit different at the time, especially compared to what it was. They spent a ton of money on it, right? They spent a ton of money, and it was a good game. But the problem is, if it just doesn't sell, you're not going to do anything with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Then the last one is Arcane, which this is a rumored risk, but people do think like Arcane's kind of pumped out some bangers. It seems like I didn't play Deathloop, and I know a lot of people a lot of like Dishonored and the Prey games. So this one I was actually kind of shocked on, and I'm pretty sure they were working on something else right now. So I'm kind of curious to see if this is actually going to happen, or if this is kind of just one of those rumors that they or people are just kind of like grasping at straws at. But we're gonna find out July 1st because supposedly that's when all this is gonna break down.
Hmm.
To be frank, I mean, it is, always interesting to see what Xbox is doing and what they got going on and what, like, by this type of news, you kind of see where their head's at. But any of these studios haven't really made a game that impacts my life at all. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
100%. I
really
agree.
matter much to me. I mean,
Yeah,
it is interesting to talk about, but I will lose no sleep or anything over any of these studios closing.
and so that's kind of what I feel. And this is gonna sound mean. And like, what is it gonna look like after this? It's gonna look like they have four less studios. That's what I mean. Like, they're cutting some of the blow. Are they gonna lose some talent that for games that people like? Yes, but then this is my thing. And again, probably gonna be a controversial take on this one. All these people that are complaining about this, all these people that are like, "Oh my god, the big company that bought all these studios, they're going to be cutting all these jobs and doing this." But if they are really trying to help them either A, get by their own freedom or B, find investors for these companies, that's more than they have to do. It's within their right to just shut these studios down. First of all, is that
100%.
cold and heartless to say? Probably. But again, anybody that was complaining about this, have you gone out and bought these games? Were you one of the people that canceled your Game Pass subscription when the price went up? Oh, you didn't buy these games and you canceled your subscription when the Game Pass went up? Then you helped cancel these studios. Microsoft isn't going to let Xbox lose money constantly to keep studios that they know aren't making money. That's pretty much how it is. That's the real world. It sucks. I feel bad for the people that are going to be working for these companies that probably are going to be losing their jobs. But at the end of the
Yeah, it's
day,
probably the only bummer, right? Is
yeah,
like that aspect of it. But at the same time, I mean, if you've ever worked in corporate America, this is
it
pretty much
happens.
just how it goes.
Yes.
Standard.
Microsoft is
Yes.
not a niche indie gaming
I mean,
organization
honestly,
or one of the biggest companies in the world, like you had mentioned. And
How,
when push comes to
like,
shove, this is what happens.
how many people buy a whole company out because they're a big fish, and then they have a merger, and then they get diluted, and then people,
And they immediately change.
it's the
Like
same thing.
immediately change ingredients on something
mean,
once like you can tell at a store like, oh, this doesn't taste the same. Oh yeah, they got bought out by General
100%.
Mills.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
did this.
fired
you know
they
what I mean?
fired the production
Happens
manager. They
everywhere.
fired and they brought in all their own people. It happens to it at the end of the end of the day. The video game industry is a business. It's a business, and it's going to go through the same processes that a lot of other businesses go through.
Absolutely. And I didn't put this one on for Double Fine, but I just want to show you guys, and you may have seen it, but this is the last game that they made. And I remember seeing this, like the trailer for this at the beginning of the year, and be like, why? Why is why is a big like studio making this?
Oh, dude, fun game,
A pottery game.
fun game.
You played it?
Yeah, fun game.
You enjoyed it. You're messing with me.
I enjoyed it for all 2 hours. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you that. Core, did you try this game?
No,
E-
I've
ex-
never seen this game before.
I played it with my girl.
This is what I'm talking about, though. This is the kind of stuff that got greenlit for a studio that's a cost. How I don't even know how much money it cost. That's
This I will
what
say
is
that this genre of game is similar to like Fall Guys or like Among Us or those games that just pop off randomly. You know what I mean?
um for Microsoft? Let's say how much did they buy them for? Oh,
Oh,
they didn't disclose it, but we could assume it's millions of dollars, right?
oh,
Like
for sure.
this is the game that you decided that you're going to host your like like continue your thing, and knowing that again the economy is low, knowing that you're working for a company who over the past few years has laid off things. This is where we're going to put all of our that's the eggs in the basket we're going to go with for that. I mean, it just doesn't
If you
seem
in a way, it's almost like the way it's being described is they got bought by Microsoft. Everybody that worked there probably kept their job, and they came in. They're like, well, we can do whatever we want now.
it's
Let's
kind of
not
and they're
really
saying that
go for
Microsoft
it.
said that. That's what Microsoft said. Do whatever you want. We just want to get some games on Game Pass. But like
Yeah, but you'd still, like you were saying earlier, you still want to like excel and put out awesome stuff, don't you? Instead of just like phoning it in.
exactly.
Now
And
that
if you
I'm
want to
sure a
do
lot, yeah,
if you want to do a wild project like that, do put a small team on it to do the wild project and make a game that's going to be a good story driven or multiplayer hit. Like that's
yeah,
what your
don't phone
focus
it
should have
in.
been. Like
Can I can I say something right now? I just googled Kiln on Steam. There's
yeah,
you're not gonna believe me. There's 4 players playing it right now on Steam.
that's what
That's
I'm saying.
awesome.
So there's
4.
four people.
24-hour peak, 22 people.
What's the all-time peak on Steam? And again, we're talking
Is
about
it
a Microsoft
is it
game.
a multiplayer game where like you're interacting with those 20 other people in the world or no?
Yeah,
From
it's
what I
like
remember, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
like battle,
It's
Ah,
like
right?
a
You
fighting
battle as a
kind
pot.
of game. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So
You got to
all the
smoke some
same
pot
bots are
apparently.
battling each other.
In the two
Man.
month 2 month peak on Steam, strap in. An airplane might hold more people. 193.
This whole month?
193 is the all-time peak in the last
Oh
two
my.
months.
That's
Like
crazy.
But no, I did play it. I downloaded it off of Game Pass for like a couple hours, and yeah.
again, and that's kind of like the industry as a whole, and this is across the board. This isn't just a Microsoft thing. This is gaming. We've seen layoffs across the board. And like I don't know, I feel bad, but as the gamer in me, as the person who does go to work and this is one of my main hobbies and I invest good amount of money into playing and doing, I don't have time for the nonsense games anymore. I want to play the good games. I want to play the games that like intrigue me that I'm already like a huge fan of the franchise or like or if you're gonna put a new game out for me personally, and I can't speak for you guys on this one, it's got to be something that looks super interesting. It's got to have a story that wants to like make me play it, or it's got to have a multiplayer that is different than what I. It's got to do something different. Like Helldivers did something different. Like so we played that for a while, but like it's got to like if a sci-fi shooter, it's got to if you want me to stop playing Halo, you got to do something that drives me away from it better than Halo. For a military shooter, you got to do something that drives me away from it better than Battlefield. For even like like a general action shooter, like nonsense, like do something better than Call of Duty. Like you just gotta either A, do something better, or do a story game that you're gonna write a incredible story that people are gonna play. Like I'm playing the new James Bond right now. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a great game, but like you just do something like that. It's just hard, I think. I don't know. I That's how I feel about it. Like give me a $60 story German game. Cool. Don't go up to $80 like some of the new games are doing. Give
Yeah,
$60.
it's all gonna be $80 in, I don't know, a year, 2 years.
And that's a whole nother thing. And I don't want to make this whole episode about complaining about people complaining, but like video games that were 59.99 for the past like 30 years. We cannot be upset that they are now going up to $80. Like what
Yeah, we can.
other thing has stayed the same price for the past 30 years?
Costco hot dog.
Eh,
No, I don't know. Honestly, I mean,
y-
inflation's a hell of a thing, but I get it.
like
There's a
$80 for something that you're going to play though and do like uh, it costs $25 for a 2-hour movie now to buy it if you want to buy it. To go to the movie theater, it is what to not if it's not a matinee, it's like $15 or $16 a ticket to go to a
well, my
movie theater.
my
It
matinee
depends
is
on where you go.
$15.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, so a matinee now is $15. It's like,
Yeah.
why? It we You can't be upset in the past 5 years that video games have gone up in price. Like, you can be upset, but you can't be any more upset than everything else is going in price. But for something something we've all been playing and doing for the past, like I said, for as long as I can remember buying video games with my own money, they were 59.99, and it stayed like that for a long freaking time. And now we're seeing
Yep.
we saw 69.99 for like a little while, and now it's like going to 79.99. And yeah, does it suck? Yes, but like at, at the end of the day,
It was never gonna stay $60 forever. I mean, everybody knows that.
I'm shocked. Every console generation since Xbox 360, I feel like people are like, oh, it's gonna go up this generation. Oh, it didn't. Oh, Xbox One. Oh, it's gonna go up this generation. Oh, it didn't. All the way, we made it almost all the way through like the Xbox Series X life, and now it's like really fluctuating back and forth. Like, yeah, I, again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm not pro corporate America, but at the same time, like, if you don't want the studios to shut down, clearly they need to make more money in the eyes of the big corporations. So,
This is same. This is same shit as like, there's a mom and pop pizza shop next to me, but I'm gonna order Domino's every single day, and then I'm like, oh, why'd that mom and pop
it,
shop shut down? I never bought there, but I wanted it just there, just in case I wanted it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's the same thing.
yeah. I don't know.
It's either you spend $80 on a game, or you get everything becomes free to play, and you get a bazillion advertisements and a million unicorn skins. You know what I mean? You can't have both.
Exactly. I would
You
rather
can't have
pay
both.
$80 for a game and not have it be free to play.
I agree. That should be the route that it kind of moves. So I would love to see that, but they're not going to miss out on the chance to get even more money while they already got your
They're
80.
not going to
You know?
miss out on the chance to give you unicorn skins.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know what? I'm actually
Give
surprised
me a
that
pink Master
Xbox
Chief
is
for
isn't leaning more
$100.
into is the free to play, like World of Warcraft, RuneScape. You know what I mean? The free to play. But if you want it, it's $15 a month or something. Well, I guess World of Warcraft isn't free to play. Maybe level to level
No,
20 or something now or something. I don't know.
I don't
But
think it is. I think you still got to pay, right?
probably. But I'm surprised that there's not more games that are subscription based. I feel like the only game that I played on Xbox that was subscription based is Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah,
But I
I
feel
was
like
going to
they,
say the same thing.
they could get people with that. Oh, we'll just we'll make it free to play and then we'll charge 15 or $20 a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get people hooked. I'm surprised they haven't more games haven't came out like that on consoles per se rather than computers.
Uh, I I'm surprised too, but I'm just about the I want to pay $80. Give me my story, give me my multiplayer. I mean, if you really want to add skins to the game, cool. I don't have to buy them. I'll buy the skins that I want. I
Cap,
mean,
you're gonna buy the skins.
but like
Everybody always says, "Oh, I'm not gonna spend any money. I'm not gonna buy any skins." And then what happens?
the
I
only
spent
game that I the
fucking
only
five
game that
hundred
I could
dollars
say that
on
I've
Smite.
the only game that I could say that I've done that on is Halo. That's the only game that I bought every battle pass and most of the skins. And you want to know something? Again, maybe this is just me, but like that is a franchise I like to see succeed. So if I throw $20 on a Friday towards Halo,
Right.
what does it matter? I'm looking at it as Microsoft at the end of the day is like, oh, Halo's still making money. They clearly made enough money to make what 4 years of HCS off of um, skin purchases. Would to have
Right.
host multiple tournaments and have a freaking $1 million tournament in Seattle for 4 years straight. Like they were clearly making money doing that, and I don't know. I, at the end of the day, I guess like there's other games that I play. There's skins, and I don't even look at. I don't even open the freaking uh, store. So
Right.
I think if you want to support a game, you need to support a game, not just by complaining about it. Like, oh my God, we're gonna go off on a little tangent here. Like, I've been watching him on YouTube for years, Hidden Xperia. He's a big Halo YouTuber. He mostly does Halo lore, but he also does Halo news. He drives me nuts lately. He only complains about things about Halo. Like he's complaining right now that the Halo campaign evolved. If you're gonna play couch co-op, you both need a Xbox account. But who cares? You just sign in with an email address and make an Xbox account. What is the problem with that? It it's not 2001 anymore. We know that. And who, if you're playing on an Xbox, doesn't have an account for themselves and the other person they're playing with anyway? Like
Yeah,
everybody
that's
has
crazy.
Xbox accounts. Just sign in to the damn thing. Like it just blows my mind that we've gotten to this point where people are just so
I mean,
complaining.
that
Where
is weird though, right? I mean, it's probably just so they can say how many unique players are on, because every time someone does couch go up and signs up with a new account, they gotta count
True.
that or whatever. So they could say their total player count was higher, I'm assuming is why.
yeah, but like
But how is
even
that gonna work on PlayStation?
they have their both PlayStation accounts linked to separate Microsoft accounts. Which
That's wild.
hey,
Uh,
get used to it. I don't care. Like like welcome
Get
to
used
Halo.
to
But
it. Yeah. I mean,
get
that
used
is
to it
kind
for
of
this
cool. There
one
is
game
some
because
pain to it. I actually do like that. I'm a fan.
but
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah,
like, but
get
like
used to it.
but
That's
don't get
crazy.
don't get used to it because this is the only Halo game you're getting because
I
this is
hope.
going back to being exclusive after this. This is like the Gears of War thing. They're teasing you, and then if you want to continue playing Halo and seeing how great this franchise is, you're gonna have to jump ship to a PC or an Xbox after that. But I, it just yeah. So we're not gonna go. But he's been driving me nuts with that. Like he's got one of the biggest Halo audiences, and all he's been doing is kind of bashing the game. Like he's like the art style doesn't look good. Like I I I think the art style looks great. Like what are you talking about? Like I just think he's kind of out of
Uh,
touch because he's been in it so long, and that hurts me because I actually really enjoy his content, and then just he drives me nuts sometimes with that stuff. But anyway, let's get off of venting about this and think we've all. Does anybody else have any final statements they want to make about the Xbox and the closure of studios possibly in a few days?
B-Dog?
No, I don't really have anything to add that I haven't already said. I mean, recap, it sucks kind of, but doesn't affect me at all.
I agree. I agree. I will just say one thing is I feel like I've played RuneScape for 15 years, right? Or 20 years at this point, and I do the same thing though, is play the game and complain about it the whole time I'm playing it. Maybe it's just that you play a franchise or the same game too long and you start doing it. I don't know.
It blows my mind. Like if you love something, you should want to talk it up and like try to like don't make faults that aren't there though. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Yeah, you're trying to. Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
But all right. So with that, we're gonna move on to the other big news that actually just kind of happened today is pre-orders for Grand Theft Auto 6. A little game, I think a little indie game. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one.
Yeah, I don't know. haven't really. I think I seen it on TikTok once, maybe.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
that indie company that keeps like struggling and they keep missing their due dates, right?
They do keep missing that little indie company that keeps missing their due dates. They were supposed to be out. We were already supposed to be playing it 2 or 3 times already.
They don't have enough staff. They're only a multi-billion-dollar
I don't know
company.
what's going on with the pre-order. Why are
So
we talking about this?
pre-orders go live tomorrow, and we're
Was
going to
there
talk
only
about.
so you can't pre-order it digitally?
No, you can pre-order it digitally and you can pre-order it at the store. But that's so people are complaining that it's going to be one of those things where you get the case, but there's no disc in it. It's just a digital copy if you pre-order the
That's
Yeah,
so
I mean that
stupid.
is
What's the
that
point?
is
I,
lame.
I do
It's
think
lame.
I wish they wouldn't do that. I feel like if I buy a cartridge, wow, what is this Nintendo 64? If I buy
Oh, that's crazy.
a disc, I want the disc. Like I don't just want the case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
annoying.
what. Seriously, actually, genuinely, what
It saves
is
them
the
money,
point of going
to
to a
answer your
store?
No, they
question.
don't have to make the disc.
But no, what is the point of pre-ordering it at a store rather than on your
There's no
Xbox or
point
PS?
anymore.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
gone
point. So
now.
what the hell is like? It'd be something if they're like, oh, if you pre-order it at our store, you get $10 off your next
No,
purchase, or
they're giving
you
you
get a
more stuff.
free this and that, or
They're
something like that.
giving you more stuff to pre-order it digitally than to go to a store. There's more
It's
benefits to pre-ordering it digitally than buying the digital copy in a case.
it just makes no sense. If anyone here pre-orders at a store, please let us know why you pre-ordered at a store and what they gave you, or like what the whole reasoning was. Thank you.
Yeah, because it's not even
Well-
like people. Some people would be like, "Oh, my internet connection's slow, so I need to download it off the disk." But now you can't even do that. Like now you're just gonna live with your slow internet connection.
Yeah,
So I
it's one thing
see
if you get the disc.
I'm reading ahead here. There's a bonus for pre-ordering before November 20th to get a special pack.
Yep, we're gonna talk about that in a second. We're gonna. So this is the other complaint that people are having. So this is going to be an $80 game. It's $79.99.
Shocker.
The Ultimate Edition is going to be $99.99.
Here we go
You might as well
again.
just fork it up at that point.
Here we go again. What else is what's locked behind the
Oh,
$10 more edition?
the $20 more edition. So
Okay, what's locked behind it?
the rumor was that this game was originally going to be $99.99, but I think that they were worried that they're gonna scare people off. So here is your pre-order. Let me pull this over here.
Yeah, what do we get? What do we get? What do
So
we get?
standard edition, you're gonna get the game, and if
Yeah.
you pre-order before November, you get the vintage pack, which is this vehicle, a garage, some outfits, hairstyles, and some weapon patterns, and 1 month of GTA Plus, which will give you.
What's
I think it gives
GTA
you,
Plus?
if for GTA Online, I think it gives you some cash. It's like their subscription model. They've had it in GTA Online forever. It's gonna give you
Yeah,
like
you
cash.
get
I think you
money.
might even
You
get a
get money,
car.
maybe a vehicle, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So that's what you get for the standard edition at $79.99. So the $100 edition, what people are calling the real game, because this includes everything there. Your personalized weapon variants, some Vice City themed styles, so it kind of like styles it after the original Vice City game. Some more safe house vehicles, exclusive shops, mod shop, salon, tattoo parlor, and a clothing store that you can only get if you get the Ultimate
That's
Edition.
crazy, dude. That
And
is actually
additional
crazy.
story unlocks across both of their
What?
story
Wow, there's like actual released content locked behind a paywall.
behind the paywall. Yep.
That's crazy.
That's
So-
actually they.
Now,
If you're a
can
video
I-
game company listening to this, don't do this, bro. Don't.
So
Please don't.
this is my thoughts on this.
Just charge me $100. Charge
Just
everybody $100. Give everybody everything.
Everybody was going to buy this game that was going to buy this game anyway. I
Right.
think the dumbest thing they could have done was
Well, it just makes them look desperate. Like you could have it for 80, but for 100 you get the whole game.
that's what I'm
Yeah, It's like,
saying.
That's
we'll wash your
crazy.
car, but it's only gonna be water for $5. We'll use soap for
That's-
6.5.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like,
crazy.
What do you mean?
It's like you are the biggest game coming out in years, and probably 4 years. Like everybody that was going to buy this game was going to buy this game. Were they going to bitch? Yes.
Yeah.
But if you put only an edition out for $100, and they were going to buy it. Like how many customers was Rockstar / Grand Theft Auto going to lose at $100?
Not a
I'm
lot.
going to say less than 4%.
Less than 5%. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
There you go. But like, I agree. Like, this is like here's your bargain. So what is going to happen? You're going to be driving around Vice City, and then you're going to pull up and be like, I'm trying to go to this tattoo parlor and it's gonna be like, hey, you can't come in here because you're not a ultimate member. Like, what are they gonna like? How are they gonna handle that? And like the story, sorry, can't include this part of the story because you're not an ultimate member. Like,
I will say the actual locking of the story progression of some sort is crazy. That is insane behavior.
it's it's wild. Like,
People,
I
I
don't
mean,
even know what else
if
to say.
anyone's listening, just buy the $100 edition if you're gonna
I
buy it.
mean,
I mean, people are already
I'm
jumping
going
on
to
it.
buy the $100 edition. I was probably always gonna buy the $100 edition, but like, just give
Right.
us the freaking $100 edition. Like,
Yep. I agree. There's no reason you should make a 25% less version that is
I want to know, like,
missing vital content.
if anybody, we actually got a decent amount of viewers on the podcast last week. But if you did make it this far this week and you're watching, I want to know who is buying the $79 edition. Like, and what's the reason? Is it because $20 more is going to break the bank, or is it because you refuse to pay over, like, you always want to pay the cheapest price, you don't want the ultimate, like, just I just
I
don't
wish we
understand
could bet
Rockstar's
on
thought
this.
process here. I
I wish we
don't.
could bet on what percent of people buy the $80 edition compared to the $100 edition because I feel like it's, I don't know,
The
6% of
biggest
total
thing,
players buy the $80 is my
the
guess.
biggest thing that I'm concerned with is obviously the additional story integrated unlocks because it's like the way it's phrased is unlock. So what are you unlocking? You're just getting additional missions that like go through a side quest. What does that mean?
That's what
And
I'm saying.
the exclusive shops like salon, tattoo parlor, clothing store, that's all cosmetic stuff. But what's the mod shop? Is that like
For
how you?
vehicles, I believe.
Yeah, but is that just cosmetic, or can you actually like upgrade and in
That's what I'm
GTA
saying.
whatever you can make your vehicles
I
faster
want to
and
say they said somewhere, and I might have heard on a video or read it somewhere that the mod shop is like called like One Eyed Willie's mod shop or something like that. So I don't doesn't really
huh,
give you a hint on what you're getting. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
But like
weird, weird
it's
behavior.
it
I
is
mean, I guess I will say this to the viewers or anyone listening. If you're for some reason not going to buy it on release date, definitely check out what is actually locked behind the $20 if you're really that concerned about the $20
yeah.
extra.
I
Yeah, you already know it'll be blasted everywhere the second it's leaked or the day like within
Yeah,
hours of it coming out, people will have it all mined and see what exactly is
100%.
locked behind $20.
I'm curious.
Right.
I'm thinking Rockstar is gonna come out and say exactly what, like, break it down, like what you're gonna get and stuff like that. They have to, right? Like, I mean, at some point they gotta give you something. It was something too, and I don't know about a
That's crazy though.
base. There's like a gang hideout that you can only get to in the Ultimate Edition that you don't get with the non-Ultimate Edition, but it doesn't say it on
That's
here.
that's not shocking at all. I feel like that's pretty standard nowadays.
But yeah,
And
that's
if our buddy Keith is listening, you're not buying $6,000 worth of shark cards, bro. We're not doing it again.
he's
Like,
definitely going to buy a metric ton of shark cards.
We'd be logging in and be like, "Yeah, I got like 8 million." Be like, "What'd you do?" "I did missions B." "No, you didn't." "Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. I bought some shark cards B."
yeah.
Like,
what is
what the
that?
heck?
Shark cards
Money.
are the GTA Online money.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
you can buy money for the game.
what do
yeah.
you
You
need
can buy.
8 million for?
He would always just be
Just
spending money
balling,
buying vehicles and random
Buying
crap.
all every buying anything you can buy.
just
Yeah,
living that life.
Yeah, living
he
that.
was.
He's got to be a gangster in the game life. You
He'll
know
be
what I
getting
mean?
the $100 edition, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
should buy one for everybody on the podcast.
Yep. That is true. Heard it here
Jeez.
first.
Yeah.
Oh my
We'll
god.
get him. We'll get him
That
to
is wild
donate.
though. Wow.
We'll get him to donate to the podcast.
That is actually wild though. It's one thing to just have exclusive skins and like maybe an extra bonus here or two, but to have actual progression or storyline content locked behind an additional paywall is like that's like releasing a game and like taking away a DLC.
That
Yeah.
Like
essentially, I mean, it is a DLC.
It is.
right, you're like you're
Yes.
buying an extra DLC, but it's a
They should
base
have waited.
game is the problem.
They could have waited 6 months and popped that out as a $20 or $30 if they think it's worth that. And you know what I mean?
Right.
And people would have
It's
probably still
crazy.
did it.
It just looks the optics of it are terrible. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're living up to the trope. We do have the DLC already done, and we are making you pay for it right up before the game even like the day it comes out. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is crazy. And like I said, I just I that's why I didn't text you guys about this because I wanted to see what you guys thought, like raw reaction to this. Because
What
I don't.
Xbox is doing is like crappy corporate behavior, but this is like garbage corporate behavior. This
Yeah,
is what
this
you
is
should be
this
mad
this
at.
is
If you want
this
a
is
corporation to go after, this is the one right now. Right? That's really crappy.
yeah. Yeah, wait till Red Dead comes out and Red Dead 3 or whatever and see what they do with that one. Holy crap, man.
It's just like I said,
Uh,
it's interesting that they would do this. I just
speaking
said
of
I just
speaking
thought
of
it was funny.
speaking of wild companies, can we show can we show B
Oh yeah,
Dog the
don't worry. We're gonna end with that. Don't you
hell
worry.
yeah. Thank
Don't you worry.
God.
We got another topic, and then we'll end with that because I just we actually we chat for a while, but it doesn't feel like a while. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
right. I know.
Um.
Yep.
Uh. This launched on Sunday. I don't know if I think Matt, you're not the biggest House of Dragons fan, right? But I know
I am
B
a Game of
Corey and
Thrones
I
fan, but not
have
House of
you
Dragons, I guess.
have you not watched any of the House of Dragons?
Me and my girl watched 2 episodes, and I don't know, it just I couldn't get into it.
Okay. All right. What did you think of the first episode of this season, Core?
I thought it
We'll
was
go
good.
spoiler free without.
Yeah, I'll go really general. I thought it was good. I was a little upset because I knew that it was going to be about a big battle, and then the actual amount of fighting you get throughout. I was like, because Game of Thrones does some of the most awesome action scenes. It was just like little snippets here and there for the most part, and then it'd be back to like a story, which is driving the story. I just thought I was going to be in for like a almost like a Game of Thrones movie for their first episode back. I mean, it
Yeah.
was a good episode, but I was personally expecting there to be more on screen like Game of Thrones action. But
And
yeah,
you
it was
didn't.
good.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I thought it was
I
good. It didn't. There was definitely some. I mean, there was some pretty cool stuff,
yeah.
but I thought it was just gonna be more. I had myself pumped up for like a battle of the bastards or something,
Yeah, I could see why you would think that. I I
But it was good.
I'm curious if I know they said we're starting off with a big battle, but I don't know if that means they're not going to have another one. But I'm curious, does this season end with the other very large battle that kind of takes place in this, or is that going to be a next series, like a next season thing? Because this is going to be what 5 seasons, I think they said.
I don't know.
Um, the uh, I'm trying to remember, but there was actually more deaths of characters, either main or supporting main, as I'll call them, in this episode than I expected for a season. Because I've tried not to get anything spoiled for me. I one of the people I watch that does like the Game of Thrones lore or the House of Dragons lore. He always does a spoiler thing, and I always shut it off before then. So and then afterwards, I'll go back to that episode and watch to see what he says about it, and then um I was not expecting a couple of them, and well, I was not expecting one of them for sure in this episode. But yeah, there's definitely a few, and there's a couple open-ended ones, but like, yeah, it was definitely I was like, oh wow, they really went all out on this one.
Well, I wouldn't even say they just kind of strayed from the formula. And if you remember Game of Thrones when it was first coming out and nobody knew what was going on, really,
Yeah,
well, besides people that read the books, people died all the time. Important characters die all the time, and it
yeah,
felt like it was a good way to start this season
yeah.
in that
There
regard.
was one in particular. I was like, oh wow, I did not think that was going to happen now. And there was another one. I was just like, oh, that just happened. I was not didn't think I didn't even didn't even cross my mind that that was going to be a thing this episode. So, but like I said, I enjoyed it. Um, I kind of thought there was one thing with a couple of the dragon riders that was like, okay, what's going on here? But again, we won't dive too much into the spoiler territory as we said because I know it's just out and people don't get all the time in the world to watch these things. So, um, but like I said, I'm season starts off heavy. I'm curious to see if it keeps the same momentum or if it's going to be mostly story driven after this for the rest of the season. But I'm sure we'll see some more deaths before the end of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, But yeah, no. So Matt, you're nowhere near. We're gonna have to find something we all either A watch. I think we should go forward, like maybe find like a movie we can all like watch or put together and like on
Right.
Netflix or HBO Max or something, and that way we'll watch it between the episodes. We'll make a segment where we talk about that.
You guys want to talk about Love Island? I can I can talk about Love Island all day, bro.
Is that like something? Is that like a newer? Is that
Oh
like a
yeah.
movie?
Yeah, new season of USA is up, but
It's
no,
like
I
a
don't know.
series, like a movie, or is it
No,
like a
it's a reality TV show.
oh
But there's 5 new episodes every week. But me and my girl watch that every day besides Wednesday and Saturday. Well, Saturday they do have an episode, but it's not like the main episodes.
me and
But we
my
watch
girl?
that
He watches that by
every
himself. Don't
night.
let him fool you.
Yeah, she's actually. I just go in the living room and I'm like, "Are you going to bed? All right." No,
Fix on Love
no,
Island.
we should we should watch. I feel like the only TV shows I've actually been watching are minus Love Island is like The Rookie. Catching up,
Okay,
like we haven't finished that, and then
sound like
we
Kiefer now.
kind of finished Suits, and then I don't know, nothing like really new though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll have to look at like it's hard with I mean kind of with you now and really hard with Core because that boy watches everything. I'm like, "Oh, have you seen this?" Yep. Have you seen it? Oh, yep. Have you seen it? Oh, yep.
I do watch a lot of movies though. I will say I watch a
I
ton of
know.
movies.
I know.
Yep.
I'm like so I was like the one that was always like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh yeah, I've seen that." Now it's like weird that there are people that like have seen it now and I haven't. But
Did I talk about Backrooms last time or no?
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
we talked about that.
Okay.
That was
Yep.
wait, did we talk about that on the podcast though, or did we talk about that? I think we
Yeah,
I don't
talked
know.
about that off the
we talked
podcast.
about it. No, I was on the podcast.
Was Backrooms the one you were telling me with like the person's being followed, or is that a different one?
That's it
Well, I mean,
follows.
there
No,
it
not It
follows. It's like
Follows.
that.
Not It Follows. You said there's a new one where like they're going through like a they can't turn around or something.
Yeah, it's just a infinite series of rooms that
Yeah,
you go through.
we didn't talk about that on the podcast. We talked about that while we were playing Toxic Commando.
Oh, well,
Because
anyway,
I can remember
if
what I
anyone,
was doing exactly in Toxic Commando when you were talking about it. I was running up a hill to go figure out what Keith was doing, but he was going to find a tree to get the gems so we could upgrade our weapons.
yeah, he was going to use his healing ability that heals 4 health every 30 minutes, bro. I can't do that game with him, bro. Anyway, anyway, yeah, no, Backrooms. If anyone here is going to watch it, just wait for it to come out. Like, if you're any older than 15, wait for it to come out on DVD or something,
And
because
stay away
that was
from
the
Chris.
most. Yeah, 100%, 100%, and just wait for it to come out because that was the most annoying group of people I've ever shared a theater with. It was like almost, you know how like the Minecraft movie had that chicken jockey scene that everyone went crazy in the theaters and blah blah blah. It was the same shit as that, and it's like as an older person, I'm 31. I just don't want to deal with that in the theaters. I just want to watch a movie, enjoy my movie, and not deal with people losing their mind and screaming and throwing popcorn and shit. And that's how that theater was for Backroom. So if you're anything older than like 15, 16, and you have some maturity level, just wait for it to come out.
Okay, but it's worth a
Well
watch.
said.
It's I would give it like a 5.5 out of 10. It
So it's
was
not
okay.
super worth a watch.
Some people think it was really good. I thought it was mid. I mean, I watch a lot of horror movies, a lot of psycho thriller movies. I thought it was okay, literally just okay.
Okay, all right. I figured we should probably talk about this because we actually just mentioned it. This is what we've all been playing on like our Friday nights when we have time. I've really been enjoying it for just like a no nonsense zombie slaying, just kind of survival. Like this game beat my expectations a little bit because the maps are huge and there's actually a lot to do on each part of the story of the map, which really impressed me for what it is. Like I was not expecting, I was kind of expecting more of like a Left 4 Dead knockoff, like very super linear maps, but like kind of fun. I've actually been having a good time with this, except for healing.
Yeah, it's been
B-Dog?
fun. It's been fun for sure. It kind of does feel like Left 4 Dead still to me, just like a modern, what a modern Left 4 Dead would be. I wouldn't say it's like that different than Left 4 Dead. I couldn't tell you what's really happening in the story.
Yeah, because
But I
kind
know
of.
that
That
we're
is
killing a
that
lot
is
of stuff that
true.
I need to kill a lot of stuff that needs to die, and I have some sort of.
I
I
know.
am a toxic commando. I am
Yeah,
like gonna
we're
die
we're
here anyway. I'm bound to this area or something. There's like poison in me, and we're
yeah.
killing stuff. And there's a god that needs to die probably in the last mission. That's what it
Yeah, and
seems
like
like.
we're working for the
I don't
scientist
know
who's
anything else.
trying to help us. I think like he's trying to like get us.
But you
I don't know
don't
if
know
he's,
why of anything. You know, it's I wouldn't say
yeah,
it's like a story. It's Left 4 Dead in that sense, where it's kind of like, yep, there's zombies, kill them, and it's fun. The
yeah,
shooting's good.
yeah,
The
and
vehicle
Sure.
stuff's
like
fun. It's
yeah,
fun to run around with the boys and like chill, but also like, oh, it can get a little hectic as
it.
the game goes on. It gets a little tougher.
And we've
You
only
get
been
like
playing on
less
normal.
defenses, stuff like that. But it's
Yeah,
definitely
I
a
think
fun time. I just wouldn't say it's like a great game because I don't have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, they definitely like the story. It's like at the beginning, but it's mostly like they're trying to like do jokey like stuff at the beginnings of the game. Like
It's very very 80s, just like it looks in the
yeah,
very
and I think
slappy.
that's what he's going for. And like you get a gist of kind of what's going on. Like, but like I most of the time couldn't even tell you because either A, you're too caught up in the firefight of all the things chasing you when they're talking about stuff, or B, it's like, oh, go here and do this because I need this done to fight the big monster. But like
Yeah.
I said, it's a good time, especially if you got 4 people like that are playing. It's fun.
I will say like the last final extract missions or like the last final rounds.
Oh
The
yeah,
amount of
Those are
zombies that
fun.
come out is
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you're like whatever you think the amount of zombies come out, like times it by 10. It's crazy, dude. And I
And
can't
then
even
you get
imagine, like you said, we've been playing on normal. I don't know how hard it would be on the hardest difficulty. That would actually take some really strategic planning and actual gameplay.
yeah, no, it makes us laugh. We've had some good chuckles too while we're playing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun. It's definitely fun.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not saying like don't play it. I'm just
yeah, I'm saying if you,
I don't want to like tell everybody, oh my god, we've been doing this. And
look at
it's
that, look at the zombies right there.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, look how many zombies there are. That's exactly what it's
that
like.
that
You're
was a
like,
standoff right there. Yeah.
how do I do this, bro?
The shooting and the killing is done very well though, which is what you're gonna be doing a lot of.
Yep.
Right. I guess for
Yeah.
me it's different because I can't tell you what's going on in any game at any given
Yeah,
time.
Matt didn't
Most of
realize
the
games had
time.
stories, so he's okay with this.
I be skipping cutscenes. I just play games for the gameplay, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's only a handful of games that I pay attention to the storyline, like Baldur's Gate, Fable, BioShock. There's very, very few. Very few.
Like I said, my recommendation, if you got a few buddies that you want to play a new co-op game, get it. I actually don't think it was $60 either. Wasn't this cheaper, or was it a full price 60? I can't even remember.
No, it was cheaper than 60.
I
Like
think it was
worth a
$39.99.
worth a good co-op trip. For us, we
Yeah,
get
it's a
about
fun
knock
co-op
about
game.
2 hours, and on normal we knock about 2 levels out and about 2 hours. But we also explore most of all the maps. Like I said, the maps are large, very large. Actually, like I said, they caught me off guard with how big they are. So I was not expecting that.
It is $29.99 right now on the Steam.
Yeah, $29.99. Like I mean, I feel like we got our money's worth out of this. This was not a.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Rockstar was not involved in the pricing of this game.
No, there is skins
No.
too if you want to buy them.
There are skins, yes.
Rockstar would be like it's $29.99, but if you want to kill zombies, it's $39.99. Wait, what? Like, wait, that's the whole point of the game, bro.
$39.99 it is. If not, if you just want to walk around empty maps, you get.
If not, you can look
$29.99.
at our graphics of what we made. Thanks, bro.
Oh, jeez. All right, we got one more thing we're gonna cover, and so Matt had sent me this at
B-Dog's gonna get a kick out of this one.
the end of last week, and he goes, "Should we talk about this on the podcast?" And I was at work and I laughed out loud when I saw this. I was like, "What the actual fuck is that?"
I genuinely couldn't believe this was a real game and actually on the Nintendo store.
This is a
their actual
Nintendo
Nintendo store.
Switch game, and I'm not sure how much I can actually show on YouTube, but here it is, right here. It's the anime Feet Girls, and like I don't want to click on the wrong thing here, so I gotta make sure. Like GameSpot, here we go. Look, this is what the game is.
Like, what is this, bro? Why aren't people playing this? What is happening? This is
What
an
do you
actual
do?
game.
Do you
on
rub
the-
them? What? What are you doing? What's the gameplay loop? Are you rubbing feet?
Well, I've played about 50 hours so far. Let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop. I
Are you massaging them? What's going on here?
Anime Girls Foot Search original
Be
defense game.
careful what you click
I
on.
like. What is how is this a
How
Nintendo
many people are
Switch
playing
game?
it? Is it on? Is it on? Oh, it's only on Nintendo. It's not on Steam.
Yeah, it's a Switch game. It's
That
Yeah,
only
it's
gonna
also
for
cost,
shocks me too. I will say it is weird that that's on Nintendo, but
but like
when you're looking at Steam lately and you go into like your
that's what I'm saying.
categories like top, there's a bunch of way worse stuff than that on there.
But Steam, you could sell me on like that's like adults. You think of adult when you think. When I'm thinking of Switch, I'm thinking of my 5-year-old playing on his Switch and
Yeah.
seeing anime feet girls pop up when he's looking in the Nintendo
Yeah.
shop and he's using his gift card to go buy this
He
without
bought
asking
it.
me. No. I'm saying that's what I'm worried about now.
Oh, I was gonna say, holy
But
crap!
like,
That
How
is
is it?
what I'm
No,
playing.
my next question was, how is it? No,
look at this.
I just don't understand the gameplay loop.
I
They just talk to you. What does that one say? I'm not after prizes or gifts, only to see how your feet move when you smile. What does that even mean?
Bro,
Oh, here
What
we
does
go.
that
Here we go.
even
Here we go. Here we
mean?
go. Here we
we
go.
can talk about what the gameplay is. We know what the gameplay is. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, no, this is not. This is
No,
not.
probably not because it's on Nintendo, right?
But
It's
like,
not what you probably think it is.
I feel like you're just collecting gym badges of Pokemon girls' feet. Like pretty much is what it feels like.
I don't even know what this is like. Oh, true. What the fuck gaming is this thing? Like,
On Nintendo, one of the descriptions is a shy cutie who hides her face but not her steps. Okay.
oh
Sure.
my gosh,
I
that's
don't get
wild.
it. Yeah, that is wild.
But
I
like,
just,
man. But we'll try to find a few more of these to go over like over the weeks. But like that when he sent that to me, like I said, I was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "I was like, should we talk about this on the podcast?" Is what he said. Like, oh yeah, but it was like we need Corey's natural reaction to
Yeah,
this.
that's weird. I mean, I don't. It is weird that's on like Nintendo, like you said, for sure.
yeah, it's
But
not an indie Steam game that
there is
costs $4.99.
there is a market for those games on the Steam. and
There's
people
like
be
some
buying them.
real nasty stuff on Steam. Like,
Yeah, there is.
it's like what? Like who buys those games?
Exactly.
Yeah, Russ.
How do those exist?
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know. It's just I thought it would be one thing if it was on Steam. I think you're right, but the fact that it's actually on the official
Yeah,
Nintendo
it's
store
weird.
is just wild, bro. It's
It-
wild. Like that's some crazy. I don't know.
It's not good.
it's wild. Wild is gaming right now is wild. I feel like between this, what we talked about with the studios and people getting all fired up, but not realizing that it's a business in the end. And
You see the description of what you're still looking at right now.
do I want to?
Use tools to tickle both their feet. You decide how merciful they are.
What the?
Oh my! You know, there's some people watching this
Well,
podcast right now that didn't know this game existed and is going to download it right now, bro.
Man,
They're like, "Oh, I found a new game to play."
that is
Crazy.
so crazy. But like I said,
That's funny.
we covered a lot of a pretty large spectrum of things on this one with between
yeah, you don't say.
the Xbox, the freaking Rockstar making weird ass decisions and tickle my feet anime style. Oh man, you
Yeah.
guys got any other remarks you want to make before we close out tonight?
No, I'm all good.
No, I think the only thing I would say is it's weird that Game Pass put Call of Duty Vanguard on Game Pass. I don't know why. It's a 2021 game. Why is
Oh.
it just new and released on Game Pass? Other than that,
That is strange. I never
Yeah.
played Vanguard. I never played the story. I wonder how the story is for that one.
well, it's on Game Pass. They just released it on Game Pass, so
Yeah, maybe I'll
you
have
can
to
play it
try
if you
that.
want.
Maybe I'll play that on the old ROG Ally during
Yep,
the week
yep.
when I'm chilling upstairs and the little
There you
guy's
go.
getting his Switch time in. All right, well,
Yeah, no, it's been fun though.
yeah, another good week. I'll get this up there. It'll probably you guys will be watching this on Saturday, and but yeah. Besides that, I guess we'll catch you guys all in the next one. Later.
Peace.
Peace.